ladies and gentlemen. Boy, do we have a stream for you today. I started a little early because we got a lot to go over. Again, apologies about missing last week. I was busy. I had plans going on, family in town. Wasn't able to get the stream done like I wanted to. I even set up the stream, and then I was like sitting there. I'm like, I don't have time for this. So unfortunately, I read the Kagurabachi chapter on my own, which felt really weird. Felt really weird to do that. So I'm going to go over it again once we get to the Kagurabachi segment. But the biggest news of the day, for me at least, is JJK Season 3. We have a trailer. We have a trailer for JJK Season 3. I'm going to react to it. This is probably going to get the video... I might get taken down for this. I don't even know. You know how YouTube is when you react to stuff. But I'm super excited to see this drop 2 hours ago. I saw this on my phone. I was like on Twitter and I saw like a little bit of it. I'm like, oh shit! Like stop! I gotta react to this. I gotta react to this later. Yo, Mr. Dens, how we doing? We are reacted to the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 trailer that just came out this morning. I thought that'd be a cool thing to react to. So, you know what? And that's why I started a little early, because we have a lot to get through. We got One Piece chapter. We got Kagurabachi chapter. You have to go back over the Kagurabachi chapter I missed last week. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be a busy stream. So let's just dive into this Jujutsu Kaisen. Whoa! What was that? Wait, I'm going back. Wait. Look at this. I'm slowing it down. Can I? Whoa! We're getting the Maki. Holy crap! We're getting the Maki. So that's a little bit I heard. That it's premiering January 26th. I've already heard that, which is so annoying because I had been saying it's going to be late 2025. You know, I was thinking like it's going to premiere like November, December 2025. I was close. I'm cool with January 2026. That's cool. That's fine for me. I was close enough in my prediction of when it was going to come out. I've always been a JJK anime only. So I've read the manga lately, and I've got to chapter 200. And you know the anime is just going to be insane. Oh, dude, I can't wait for Cooling Games. I mean, yeah, we're getting like obvious stuff like the Maki versus all the entire oh crap, the Zenin clan. I forgot the name of the clan. The Zenin clan. That's going to be peak. That's just going to be fantastic. There's no doubt about that. The Yuji versus Yuta. That Naoya versus Choso looked so cool. Oh my god. I can't wait to see that. And this is just like the sort of baby fights before we get into the real Cooling Games fights. Like Higuruma and Yuji. It's going to be peak. I think the highlight is going to be the Yuta Sendai Colony, the three-way. That's my favorite fight of the section. But you're going to have the Yuta Colony fight followed by the Hikari Kashimo fight, followed by the Kenjaku. Or no. We get the I always forget. You get the Maki fight, which the second Maki fight. I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's good. I prefer her versus her Zenin clan fight versus when she fights Curse Spirit Naoya. But I don't know. It's just gonna be a bang. Like that stretch of episodes from once we get the Higuruma fight all the way up through the end of the Kenjaku, Yuki, and Choso fight. Like that whole stretch is just gonna be. It's gonna be just like season 2, honestly. The way how season like the Shibuya incident where we got like 13 episodes in a row that were all just like 10 out of 10 best coolest shit you've ever seen. That's gonna be something. So here I want to go back through I wish I could like go. Like it moves really quick. It looks like we're getting like a whole bunch of extended stuff with Yuji and the. I'm pretty sure it's around chapter 200, right, with Maki and Kamo versus Naoya. Oh, sorry, man. Then I may have spoiled what's to come for you. But yeah, I don't know. That whole stretch of chapters, once they get that in the anime, it's gonna be just as good as like the good stretch of Shibuya we had. Yuji versus Higuruma, can't wait. Oh, dude, facts. Higuruma is. I'm trying to think. Like he is one of my favorite characters from the manga. He's just fantastic. I love his like fight with Yuji, and I also love his fight with against Sukuna. Which I'm spoiling a little bit. I guess I probably should have said that. Like this isn't even like where they're in like a showroom. Like that doesn't even look like a. This looks like it's all extended. That's the other thing. I can't wait to see what they do for the extended fights. No, I've already know what happens the entire series. I just read it. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, man, I cannot wait. If they give it like the Shibuya treatment, we get some extended fight scenes in here, it's just gonna be peak. Now, part 1 has me very curious. So, like, we're gonna get part 1 in January 2026. How far does that get us into the story? I think it would be, if I had to guess, I think we're gonna get all the setup stuff. So wait a minute, let me pull up. I think we'll get all the way up until what chapter does? Or no, wait here. What chapter does Yuji enter the Colon Games? Chapter 160. Oh wait, I'm on Kagurabachi. I need to get to JJK. Where we go? JJK. 160. I think we will get to here. Where they like. Yeah, I think this will be, if they're going to end it at part 1, I think this is where it's going to be. It's going to be right at the beginning, right before they actually enter, because then you get into the next chapter. And yeah, we're fighting like the helicopter and the jet girl. Like I think that seems like a pretty natural ending for a part 1. And you could get a good few episodes out of that. Because where does season 2 end in the manga again? $137. So actually, that's not really that many. Actually, wait, how do I go back? Oh, shoot, no, I want the full chapter list. So yeah. Like the manga ends around here. I mean, season 2 ended right here. You would get all of this up to here would be part 1. That could be a good like. I don't know. I'm just speculating right now. I haven't even really thought this out yet. But we get all the intro stuff in, and then we get like a few month break, and then we come back and we just hit with the fights. Actually, you know what would be a good ending? Would be when Higuruma is introduced. That would be a great ending. What chapter is that's like a? It's the next chapter. Like, imagine this is the last shot we see. That'd be sick. But I think it would just be weird if they ended the fight, if they ended like part 1 of the season in the middle of like the gauntlet of fights that we get. Like if we get the whole Higuruma fight and then we just end. You know what I mean? That would be weird. I think it would end right, like we would do the whole like perfect preparation arc. All the Maki stuff, the Yuji versus Yuta. Basically how they did, actually it'd probably be exactly how they did season 2, where you get the whole oh crap, what's that called? The Gojo Pass arc. I can't think of the actual name of the arc. But oh my god, I'm just like my brain has stopped. But it would be like the whole beginning part. What I'm this is bothering me. Gojo Past arc name. Hidden inventory. I didn't even have to look it up. As soon as I like thought about it, yeah, hidden inventory. Like how we got the hidden inventory, we got like the 5 or 6 episodes. Then we got a few month break, and then we started like the Shibuya incident on its own. I think that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a few episodes. We're gonna end as soon as they're about to enter the actual Culling Games, and then we'll get the Culling Games arc. That's my theory. So we can expect basically everything that leads up to that. All the Naoya versus Choso, Yuji versus Yuta, and then Maki versus the Maki versus the whatchamacallums, the Zenin clan, and then the introduction to Hikari, Megami's fight with oh crap, I can't think of her name. I should reread JJK. A lot of this stuff is leaving. Are you guys like? Oh, is this for Kagurabachi? You guys are saying? Oh no! Oh no! All right. Well, I think it's gonna wrap for maybe we do this one more time. Just yeah, this season 3. I can't wait to see that. I love Choso. Choso's been one of my favorites. Choso's top 5. If I did think top 5, Gojo, Choso, Todo, Toji, Yuji. Is that 5? That'd be my top 5. There we go, baby. All right. Cool trailer. People look divided, but I liked it. I like it. Looks good to me. You know, it doesn't. It's not exactly how I imagine certain scenes would look, but yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm very excited to see. But let's do as we always do, because I started streaming a little early because I wanted to cover all the JJK stuff. Let's just jump right into One Piece, because I've heard good things about this chapter. I gotta refresh, make sure I can actually get it. 1158. So yeah, this is like the one thing that I was aware of. Well, the title, Rocks versus Herald, which I don't even know. But, it doesn't even say it here. That's dumb. But I've seen this page, Kozuki Moria. Like, what? Moria was a Kozuki? And so, like, he fought Kaido, and everyone, like, presumed he was dead, and they, like, held him as a hero. Like, the lore is just nuts. We're getting, like, more Moria lore. Like, what's the point of this? I don't even understand. I know. He's a Kozuki. I know. It doesn't even say it here. But, like, I saw that on Twitter, and I was just like, what? What was that? Like, that's just insane. His kanji are apparently inverted. Does that, like, mean anything? I don't know what that means. If that's, like, has a significant oh shoot. But yeah, that's just like crazy. There's like no need for that's something that would be revealed in an SBS type of thing, but it's like it's here in the. It's like what? Oh, okay, okay then. Gecko inverted is Kozuki. Oh, so he just switched Den's nose. Mr. Den's is aware. That is sick. That's sick. All right, let's jump in this chapter. In a certain stretch of the sea, Oro Jackson, Roger's ship. Hey, Captain Roger. They're saying Shaki opened her own bar on Pirate Island, and it's all the rage, too. He totally looks like Shanks. He totally looks like Shanks with a hat. We were so bummed when she got abducted oh my god. We were so bummed out when she abdicated her emperor's throne. But now that we know where to find her, let's go check it out. Remember that Pirate Island is under Rox's control. Yeah, so they can't see her no more. You know, Rayleigh, I couldn't help but notice. That Roger's mood soured right after you two had that conversation in the captain's cabin. Oh, yeah, because he's getting at it. He's getting at it. What's up, Ultra GH? JD Airplane? Is that what's up? How we doing? Yo, sorry, I already see that. What did you talk about? It was nothing. I wasn't going to tell anyone about this, but I'll make a special exemption for you, Roger. So this is when we fought the Kuja before she abdicated. I remember noticing that Shikuyaku seemed to be ailing from some kind of illness. When I heard the news that she had given up her position, I was worried for her health. And it turns out that ever since then, you've been sitting on this note she passed you. I know. It was too awkward to bring it up. She's like passing notes like this shit. This is high school. It's clearly a love letter. How else should it be interpreted? Come and get me, Shikuyaku. And you're saying you're not tempted by this at all? I want to say there's no temptation. I just don't want to be tied down yet. Oh, man. Doing good. Just read Kagurabachi's chapter. I know. Bald and where is it? Crimson. Crimson and Bald were hyping that up. So we're gonna that's gonna be next. The Kagurabachi. I'm also gonna go over last week's chapter because I wasn't able to react to it. I read it on my own. It just felt weird doing it on my own. Listen up, folks. I'm not admitting defeat yet. Oh, look out. Roger's feeling feisty again. Rayleigh's like, this is great. Pillaging is a pirate's true calling. If you want something, you take it. Ain't that right, boys? You're talking about Shaki? That's right. Why would she be at Rox's Island of all places? Everyone should have an equal shot. Let's go and take her. I'm hungry, Marks. Feed me. What is that? Is that Shanks? No. Grub's already on. Eat all you want. No, it's not Shanks. What am I talking about? Oh, Marijua. Slightly earlier in time, Sacred Marijua, 40 years ago. You're getting ahead of yourself, Garling. The previous tourney just ended. I know, but I was working on a separate matter. And I happened to moor my ship at this particular island. It's an unaffiliated nation with its own unique culture. I recommended that they join the world government. Holy Knights, Figarling, family, Saint Garling. But I cannot secure an agreement. The island is rich in resources and would be a great benefit to us. On top of that, I found something preposterous there. A discovery I never expected to make. The Great One will be pleased with it, I'm sure. Therefore, I strongly recommend God Valley for our next competition in 2 years' time. Dun, dun, dun. God Valley. Shaki's Ripoff Bar, Pirate Island. Hey, the line starts back there. It costs that much? I can't pay that. Step around back and you'll do 2 years free late. That's crazy. She's ripping them off. I came all the way from the North Blue. I hear you got great whiskey here. Everyone says your stew is the best, Shaki. Oh, that's so sweet of them. How precious. Yeah, they're all just... But I don't cook for the likes of you. What? It's just like I always imagined. This is the best. I've got an order of my special simmered beans for you, Shaki. And we're all out of whiskey. Cheap rum will do. Here's your high-end whiskey. And we've been so thankful for abysmal... My God, this is so bad. What's the matter, Rox? You seem so fulfilled. If I didn't know any better, I think you've lost interest in me. Huh. And Big Mom's laughing at that. See, a woman's intuition can be scary. Hey, pipe down. It's supposed to be a secret from everyone. What are you talking about? You're so dense. It's not just that. It's not just a woman. That's the face of a new father. What? 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 What do you mean? Wait, Rox is a... Right. Rox is Blackbeard's... Is Shaki Blackbeard's mom? I'm so confused. I'm so confused by that. Do you prefer One Piece anime or manga? That's a tricky question. Uh, I watched the anime up until post time skip, and then I read the manga for like Fishman Island, Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Whole Cake, and then I went back to the anime partway through Wano because I knew the animation got way better, and then I've read and watched the manga. So I still read the manga all the way through, but then I also went back and watched it all the way through. So it depends on the point. For the most part, I would say I prefer the manga, but like the current anime is kind of fire, especially with like Egghead, all those fights. Like what they did for the Garp and Aokiji fight in the anime is just perfection. 10 out of 10. No, she's saying that he isn't interested in her anymore since he found another woman is having a kid. Okay, thank you. That makes way more. Yep, that's it. All right, that makes way more sense. Oh my God, Roger just jumps in. Hey, Shaki. Oh, Shaki. Yeah, Gabon over here. It's me, your lover boy. Ah, it's the Roger Pirates. And it's like, what? It's ridiculous. Oh, Roger. How many times do I have to tell you this is my island? And it's Shaki Place. No fighting between customers, remember? So quick yapping, porcupine. This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. This is all over. Anime right now is peak. No, facts. I say on a whole, I'd rather read the manga. Just because you get everything. Like I do miss like the score. When you read manga, like the soundtrack is like something that because I watched like, more than half of it. For more than half the series I was watching it, I got really connected with the score and the voice actors and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a reread, so I got the physical volumes for my birthday. I got some, but so I got the physical volumes, and I've been doing a reread. I'm really enjoying that reading from the very beginning, which I had never done before because I only ever went through it the one time. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard to choose. Yeah, a remake of the anime would be kind of perfect. That's exactly what I want. All right, what is going on here? What about this huge line outside? Did you wait the whole time? How'd you get in here? Line? What line? That just steamrolled through everyone. Come on, boys, let's get a round of drinks. I can't stand the noise those people make. Closing out Newgate? Put it on Rox's tab. Oh, Roger. Where's Ray? Oh, I told him to come with us, but he's resting on the ship. Said he wasn't feeling good. Oh, and then here comes Gloriosa. Roger, darling, how I missed you. You finally come to take me away on your ship. Ah, Gloriosa. I keep telling you no. I don't want a woman who throws hearts all over the place causing chaos. But Shaki would be the exception, of course. What kind of logic is that? This is stupid. This is so dumb. I love it though. And she's all upset. She's like, "Oh, no, Rayleigh, no, Rayleigh. Hey, is Newgate around? I want to have a drink with him. He just left. Stupid Rayleigh. Why didn't he come? Time to ship out Banks's brew. Oh, Shaki passed out. Miss Shaki, let us tend to you." Oh my God, this is ridiculous. All right. By Shikuyaku's own decree, any who visited her bar were forbidden from fighting on the island. So even when rival pirates crossed path there, no warfare resulted. But at sea, it was a different story. Dawn. Okay, whoa, what's going on here? New World, Elbaf. Loki is doing something. He's got like a big stick and he's whacking it on... I have no idea what's happening. What? He's getting ripped off a tree? And now the animals are yelling. Now Hadruden's here. He's also holding a tree or a rock. And he's like, oh, he looks up. And there's Harold and rocks again. Damn. At the Harold and rocks. That's so cool. That's so cool. And they both get knocked back. And now he's like, how can you let the government get inside your head like that, Harold? Believe me, I wavered on this. Is that so important that you kill your own friend to make it happen? You're just falling into line. They're using you and you don't even realize it. Oh, yeah. I forgot they said last chapter it was yeah. Isn't that like a that? Yeah, it was quite a bit of money. I have good family members. I have good family members. It's so cool seeing all these characters just interact and and drinking together. I know that is funny. It's like you got Roger, Big Mom, Whitebeard, Rocks. They're all just like sort of hanging out here, all because Shockey has like this so much control over all of them. It is pretty funny. And then you cut immediately, and these guys are just going at it. Don't you see? This is the answer. They only see your kind as a military force to be harnessed. They'll turn you into slaves and call you soldiers. That's true. Where is your warrior's pride gone? What does your own free will say? Don't act like you understand any of that. Our history of violence from when we called ourselves warriors is nothing but a shackle that weighs Elbaf down. Now that we seek the way of peace. I think you're a good man, Harold. But we've been raided by giants in the past. Fear is not so easily wiped clean from this nation's mind. I'm sorry. Listen, Rox. No matter how foolish and impetuous the celestial dragons may be, they have the power to usher Elbaf into the circle of the world. No longer will we be on the outside. Stop it, you soft coward. Oh, man. Yeah, this is tough. I'm not going to lie. Whoa, what did I just see? I just looked at the bottom left. What did I just see? The talks are off. I'm never inviting you again. I am the king. I can't risk my people's lives on the losing battle of a villain like you. They could not see eye to eye. Their odd little friendship between them came to an end. For the time being, they met no longer. It's a big crash of hockey. Until the day of that fateful event. More news about Rox? Rox isn't coming for you, Loki. Shut up, you old hag. Want me to pour you some juice? Let's go. She's the best. West Blue, 39 years ago. God Valley. Oh, it's twin boys. They're so adorable. And they've got your red hair. Yes, they do. We can only hope they turn out as wise as you two. Without their father around, we'll have help with that. Thank you, sir. And what are their names? Shanks and Shamrock. So, I guess we're really getting... I've been saying this every week, like, oh, we're going to see God Valley. Oh, we're going to see God Valley. I think we're actually going to see God Valley now. I mean, this is stuff that happens just before... Like, we're in the time right now where God Valley happened. And they say what happened on that fateful day. So, wait a minute. So, they got the red hair from their mother. So, yeah, I guess everyone assumed Garling had the red hair, and they got mad at Toei during the anime when they didn't have the red hair. Or when Garling didn't have the red hair. But now I guess we get confirmation that the red hair comes from their mother. But then that's also good because Shanks' brother's gonna have red hair. Because people were complaining, they're like, "Oh, they're gonna make Shamrock have blonde hair." I'm like, "No, but they're twins. They're not gonna have different color hair." Yeah, man, this flashback is really something. I would have thought we were gonna see this much of any of this. Sorry, I had to sneeze real quick. All this, rocks, pirates stuff, interact. I love, just like the interacting with, like, they're just like button heads. Like, they're sort of just goofing off. Like, they're all just hanging out in Shockey's bar. And again, no one would have thought how important Shockey would be when we first met her in Sabaody. Turns out Shaki was like the center of the world here. It's kind of ridiculous. And in this stuff between Harold and Rox, like, I get it. It makes sense. But I'm not going to lie. I kind of agree with Rox. Like, you're really just, we know the world government doesn't have good intentions. And like, yeah, even if you're helping your nation, you were already getting aid from people before. You weren't even part of a world government, and you were already making treaties and being peaceful with the world. Like, just because we see a few countries here that still don't like you, like, it's not going to change it. Joining the world government isn't going to change that, So I don't know. This is not. This is It's tough. It's it sucks because like Rhea Rox is like, man, like Rox is feeling betrayed right now. Harold thinks he's doing the best, but yeah, there's no real way to get around it. So also, it appears as if like Shanks is a God Valley native. Is that what's going on here? Like, this isn't world government shit. This is just the people who live on God Valley, and Garling just, I guess, knocked up some random. You know what I mean? Like, just knocked up a bunch of, or not a bunch, knocked up a random woman who had red hair, and that's where Shanks and Shamrock come from. So, yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Good chapter. Again, another short. It's only 15 pages, but hey, look, I can't complain. They squeeze it. Oda squeezes it in. He squeezes it in. So just give me 1 second. Okay, what's my rating for this chapter? This is a solid 9 out of 10. This is everything I want from a One Piece chapter. Maybe, yeah, this is just a solid 9 out of 10. Why did that sound like a threat? Well, I don't even know what you. I said, hold on a second. I don't even know. I don't understand why Jump doesn't allow Oda to have more pages. Actually, I think it's an Oda thing. I think he's old and he can't draw as many. Like, they would let him do as many pages as he wants, I think. You know what I mean? They want Oda to make like 4 chapters a week, but he just can't. He's just not able to. So I don't think it's a Jump thing. They want as much One Piece as they can get, but I think it's just Oda isn't able to keep up the way he was when he was younger. So yeah, as the spacing, the 2 chats feel like puncture. Oh yeah, that's true. What is your rate? Yeah, he is a threat. As Alphobe says, it's main event time, or it's also main dish time. Willa Bald. Kagurabachi Sunday. As always, we don't know nothing because there isn't really leaks for Kagurabachi. There's leaks for One Piece, but there ain't really leaks for Kagurabachi. I refresh the page. I'm gonna quickly go over chapter 91. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but because, like I said, I read this on my own. It was a really cool chapter. I really enjoyed it. It felt so weird reading it on my own without like doing it here, and so I was just like, "What?" Like, I was like in my own. I'm like still. I'm like, "Holy crap! What is that?" Like, I was reacting like on my own audibly. I'm just like in a room alone reading it. It was so weird, but this was a cool chapter. I loved that she just like kicks that blade in, and it cuts it, but it's like it doesn't go through the armor. So then that's set up for when our boy shows up and he cuts through the armor. It like shows the difference in power. But then he's like, "All right, bring it on." Like, he's like, "ISO, let me take it." He just like look, like he's got a bloody nose, but he just like takes it, and it actually like just backfires on him because he's able to like, you push really strong on someone and it just comes back. Yeah. Kagurabachi leaks are so well contained. W fans, dude, facts. That's the one thing. Like, I actually didn't mind JJK leaks that much because you get the chapter all at the same time. The One Piece leaks are the worst because they just come out in like a paragraph, and I'm like, I don't want to read. I don't want to read One Piece through just like a few paragraphs. Like, I want to see the panels. Like when JJK leaks came out, especially if you followed like Mayamura, he would post one panel, then translate it in the top, and you post the next panel and translate in the top. Like, I didn't mind that, but I prefer just being able to read on Sunday. I really do. This is the best. They keep cutting holes in the wall, which is like just a gag that they keep bringing up. It's great. You guys almost 20 people. I know. I got like 26 people in the chat. This is the most I've ever had for a live stream. Shout out to everyone in here joining me. This is awesome. One Piece leakers are some of the worst. I know, because they're just like, they're like, here's every cool thing you need to know, and then it's just like you see that in a tweet, like no picture or anything. At least like JJK, they would post the panel so you can see the panel at least. You know what I mean? One Piece just will like just tell you what happens. Also, crazy week last week for Bocce in general. Oh yeah, has everyone seen the Batman thing? We'll pull that up. We'll pull up the Batman thing. That thing is awesome. Batman thing is awesome. So yeah, he just cuts through and he goes, "You're dead," and which translates. So my understanding of this is he is saying this in English. He is saying "you're dead" in English, and so then the subtitle here would be, in Japanese if it's because written by. So that's what my interpretation of this panel was. Is he's speaking in English saying "you're dead." Awesome, right? Cuts him through, breaks him to the thing. And then we get this guy. Oh man, Mr. Natsuki, please stop actively destroying the building. Someone called him Shikamaru Kaminabi or something like that. Like that's what this guy is. No Kagurabachi chapter next week. We also get a bonus one like the Sojo Bathhouse chapter. Oh no, are we getting Sojo Bath Time number 2, bro? Oh no. We're gonna see how bad of a cliffhanger it is this week. And I also just love this. So he introduces himself and he's like, "Hey, if you beat me, I'll introduce you to your brother's killer. If I beat you, I get to fight Aruha," which is what he really wants. He wants to fight Aruha. This guy wants to fight the Hishaku. And like he's just obsessed with Aruha, yeah. And then just the action for this. He cuts in. He's like, he's fast. Cuts the armor. Then he lets go of his blade, pushes him over, regrips his blade, cuts again, but Natsuki has a second blade which blocks. Then he readjusts his hand on the first blade, and then goes in trying to cut his face. Like, it's just hand to hand, dude. The hand to hand is amazing. And then another hole in the wall, which is just hilarious, smacks onto him, and then we get Lightning Menace, and like the whole, how they like the panel is shaded and the lightning is the white, like that whole art style comes back. Fantastic. We're back in like Cloud Gouger days right now. And he's like, "Hey, I said stop destroying the building." And his armor, like, what is this? Is this his sort? Like, because you assume his sorcery is the puppet, so you would assume he doesn't have any more tricks up his sleeve. But like, is this part of it? Is his sorcery that he can control the armor? Is that how the puppet works? I don't know. And then we get this where it's like obvious that Aruha was like, "Hey, dude, we're cool. We can be cool, right? We're just friends." And Natsuki's like, "Oh, you're first of all of them as Mr. Samura, Mr. Rokuhira." But he just says, "Yo, Natsuki," and it's like Aruha just wants to be friends with him. Like, I have a feeling Aruha just like likes this dude a lot. Like, he really likes him. And this whole time he's just like in his own corner, like pissed off. He's like, "Oh, this stupid jerk," blah, 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 blah. And so they set up that dynamic. That was a camera, right? What do you mean a camera? Oh, you mean like this is like a POV of like a camera in the building? Oh, maybe. That's kind of neat, actually. And you just like see it from like how the higher ups are seeing it. That'd be maybe, I don't know. So it's like you set up this at like Hokodu wants to fight Aruha. Natsuki hates Aruha. And then right at like the perfect timing, they both just fall down. He is like, oh yeah, it's my time. Like Hokodu is so pissed. He's so excited. He's like, oh, there we go. And Natsuki's like, oh, god damn it. I thought he was, he's like, he just found out that the dude he hates is dead. And he's like, oh, great. Okay. We got it. All right. Yeah, it does sort of look like CCTV. Yeah, no, you're right. That is like pretty cool. Well, and also, I mean, I kind of get that from here, like the pause, like it looks like a pause button to me. But this is like the art style that he used whenever he did lightning with Sojo. It's like everything else would be sort of grayed out. That way the lightning could be just white. That was the same like whenever Cloud Gadger was used. That's sort of the same art style that he used for that. And so this also makes sense, like why he got passed up for the Cloud Gouger for Enchanted Blades, because his sorcery is already like pretty. Why would you give this guy? Why would you give this guy Cloud Gouger? He already has one of the Cloud Gouger abilities. Give it to his other. Oh crap! I forgot what his name was. It was Mikasa, but I forget like what his first name was. But you give it to the previous owner of the Cloud Gouger. He probably doesn't have lightning sorcery, so it makes more sense to give that power to him than to Natsuki here. And he goes, and Aruha's like, oh, let's go. Hey, Natsuki, with you here, we could definitely win this. And he just like rolls his eyes. It's so funny. I love it. Sorcery is bloodline lace. Misaka probably would have had lightning sorcery too. Yeah, I forgot it's bloodline based because all the Sazanami have the ISO. Who's your favorite Hishaku right now? Ooh. I mean, Hirohiko is kind of the obvious pick, but I don't know. Hakodu is kind of he's creeping up here. Let's see what Hakodu does in this next chapter. We'll be able to say. I feel like both the brothers had lightning sorcery, and that's why they were strong contenders for the lightning sword. That's true. Maybe, plus, if you have it, you're more used to it. But again, I guess it wouldn't make sense to give both of them blades. You still want to keep their lightning sorcery. Well, at least one of them. If you have two people with the same exact thing, give one of them a blade and get rid of their lightning sorcery, and you still have one as backup. You know what I mean? Nobody pointed out, but Natsuki pulled a Chihiro with that disgusted expression. Yeah, he's like, oh, this guy. All right. Chapter 92. Let's see. Oh, this is all right. Hakodu, Yura, what the? Yeah, you saved him for me, didn't you? He's oh, you saved him, you're my man. He's so friendly with him. And Yura goes, he was just too strong. Wild. He was just too strong. Yura's a beast too, and he's just saying base Aruha with his sorcery is just too strong for Yura to handle 1v1. Now, maybe that's because Yura's also has other sorcery or something active, like he's not fighting at full strength. I don't know. Everything about Yura is a mystery. We don't know what his sorcery is, so who knows? It's been a minute, Natsuki. He's like, why so sluggish? And so he's got to explain, an enemy's sorcery made my body heavy, but I'm good now. What about you? Shut up. He's not actually, like, it's still there. I see it, right? Is he just saying that to be like, oh, it's no big deal? Like, the effects are still on him. His reaction time, and he's not even trying yet. Is it Natsuki thinking this, or no? Oh, of Hakodu. Natsuki's thinking this of Hakodu. He's like, his reaction time is crazy, and he's not even trying yet. True, I don't think Hakodu was really trying against Natsuki. This guy's a tough one, right? Yeah. With an arm that strong, and it's not even his dominant one. He spent some time swinging that sword. It's fading away. That's true. So he's it's not like a permanent debuff. Oh, this is great. This is great. Yo. Or wait, no. Sorry, not yo. Kiri, go with the Kuri to the Shinichi. Me, I'm the only one who doesn't get payback? Quit whining, you brat. Dude, you're so rude. You're just like, no, I wasn't trying to yell at her. I'm just saying, go do the thing. And, oh man, I love this already. I love their dynamic. The Aruha, Natsuki. This is great. Fine. You old dudes handle these old dudes. Just make sure you kill them. She's talking about you. No, it's perfect. I love this. I love this already. They're dynamic. 2v2. 2v2. Let's go. That's facts. That's fucks. That's facts. This is awesome. No, it's you. And then, yeah, just smug. Oh, man, it's so great. Yeah, Kodu might be. He's working his way up there to be my favorite. Yoji Aruha. It's an honor to meet you. And this guy's like, oh, great. My name's Hakoda. The wink, bro. Oh, the wink. I respect your feats with the enchanted blade in the Seitei War. And they're both like, oh. I've long dreamed of fighting you with my whole body and spirit. I'm the one who killed Ibuki Misaka. Oh, he just... Whoa. You shouldn't have said that. My sorcery allows me to create armored dolls and operate them remotely. I'm also the one who killed Konosuke Rokihira. I pierced his heart with a katana. And this man next to me is Yura. Holy, just the dialogue. He's just like, look, this is like, I'm the one who killed Rokihira. I pierced. It was him. It was him. Ooh! I went too far ahead. Hakodu, what's all this about? Hang on. I'm almost done. Yura's like, yeah, why are you telling them all this? Hey, of course, he's the one who ordered Rokihira's and Misaka's death. We've all pledged our allegiance to him. He's irreplaceable. What is, like, this is so... I'm feeling the tension right now. I'm feeling it. This is nuts. He's holding the katana. Both his blades are already out. That pretty much covers it. As for sorcery, let's say anything goes. Whoa. So he's drawing his sword. Before he can even... Woo! Look at that. Aruha's blade is already back in his sheath, bro. He's, oh my God. Aruha. He wasn't playing. What did he say? He said, he was just too strong. Aruha is my GOAT, bro. I've been saying this ever since he was introduced. My GOAT. He got overshadowed by Samura, but he ain't no bum. He is still kicking it. Yeah, White Purity style. Back at it again, bro. Off with his hand. Too cold. Okay. Oh. And he's what's his Natsuki's like, what? Like, he couldn't even register what happened. He's like, whoa. White Purity style. Absolutely incredible. He's not even phased by it. He's like, okay, this is awesome. Like, he's loving this. But the thing is, now you've pissed off Natsuki, right? So you've got to deal with, he draws his blade, but you're fighting a 2v1 now. Like, you dug your own hole. You're fighting both of them. You look at the spin. Clashes. Yurika jumps in. Right? What's going on? So that's his blade. Yura's getting involved because he's like, oh, yo, you, what'd you do? I can't let you die. He can't let Hakodu die. He's got to jump in and help him. He goes lightning and blasts both of them back. Natsuki, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, jump it in off of his. Oh, this is so sick. Oh my god. This whole chapter is pure cinema. I believe it. From what I've seen, this is awesome. Whew. And so, okay, so I did look over, but I did notice. So, library. We're in the library now. Kaminami headquarters, third library, which we got introduced to a while ago. You really riled them up. Yeah. He's like, you really pissed him off. Yura's like, why? There was no point to that. Natsuki's going ham on Yura over here. You're welcome. I love Hakodu. He's climbing up as my favorite. Oh yeah, did he use Aruha as a springboard? I can't really tell. It just looks like he jumps over him. Maybe he does. Well, this is sick. All right, wait. Yoji Aruha, fighting prodigy. He attained the white purity style at the tender age of 16. It's easy to imagine death in my future. I've got goosebumps all over. Like he's locked in. He's locked in. He's like, oh, this is, I can fail. This is dangerous. What I'm doing. This is dangerous. Ruka comes in. Does he like sidestep? It looks like he sidesteps it. Then that blade comes close. Shit. You got him. No. Oh no. Is he using the white purity? I can't, like, that's a weird grip. Oh, he got his fingers. Oh ho. It's a bit shallow, I suppose, but I got his left hand. Payback for my right hand. So now he can't use white purity style. He can't hold his sheath anymore. He's good. He stepped backwards to evade the sword by the tiniest hair. And in the precise moment my blade missed, he moved in and countered. All with exquisite timing. His coordination in what the hell? His coordination in proprioception? Proprioception? What is that word? I'm just gonna say his perception are exceptional. And his strength. So yeah, look at this. They've got him backed up. They're like back to back, and they're like, what? They're both looking over their shoulder at each other. They're like, what? So, and Yura just instantly stabs him. Looks like Aruha takes his cloak off and ducks under it. Now Natsuki jumps into the distraction, jumps over Hakodu, and goes, hey. And he's like, hey? It looks he responds. He's yelled at like, hey, surprise attack. And he goes, hey. Oh man. Don't tell me you're satisfied now with old Aruha being here. Who's been sitting in a hot spring all this time looking like a prune? Yeah. He's like, yeah, Aruha ain't been training. That's what's crazy. Aruha has not been training. This is like After Effects. He just died and came back. And he's still like putting the Hishaku, on the back foot. He hasn't been training since the war. At least not that we can tell from when we get that little mini flashback of what he's been doing. He's with a normal sword, but he does have his sorcery. But it hasn't really looked like he's been using his sorcery. Like his eyes have the crimson, but they just always have the crimson. It's not like he's been enhancing his attacks or nothing. He's just Aruha's Beast, dude. This is what I mean. It made no sense to kill him off. It really didn't. Proprioception is hand-eye coordination. Why did they just say hand-eye coordination? That's a hard word to say. I may be dumb, but like, so he's attacking. He's like, seems like this guy wasn't fighting at full power. So Hokodu's like, oh snap, what? He like what? He just like lets go of his sword to distract him. I'm so confused. He just sort of like tosses it, and now he gets like distracted, and then he runs behind. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. His initial movements are insanely fast, but he lacks that edge. Once you've mastered that technique, it tends to stick with you. But that instinctual edge, intuition, split-second judgment calls, and moving like a knife, you lose that stuff really fast when you're not continually exposed to battle. Those fine details are even more crucial than the technique when master warriors fight. I never stop fighting. Yeah, Natsuki's a little more sharpened. You know, Ruha is just like raw talenting it right now. Natsuki's been training. He is honed. Yeah, I think it just distracted him. Like he just like tossed it in his face. He's like, what? And then he got him with the other sword and cut. That's nuts. But now he's only got one sword. How does he get it back? Oh, he just catch. Okay. All right. He just catches it, apparently. My edge is sharper than ever. Whew. Attacks, sending him flying off the ledge. All you master sword fighter jerks, eat crow. Watch my back. Natsuki Misaka is dashing past you. What's happening here? So they were fighting. He just jumps over. Sorry, Okodu. I like to take them on one at a time and make sure we finish them. Oh, is he going to join there? Oh, snap. Yours going to join in so they can 2v1 Natsuki, take him off the board, and then they go for a Ruha. Oh, snap. So they're going down. He's blocking. He's going in, but now Yura's coming in from the side. Natsuki's razor sharp. All that time I was reacting in those hot baths, he was still at it. And then there's this beast who's managing to handle Natsuki's attacks like it's nothing. Everyone except me are prepared and in peak form. All the more reason to kill them now. Oh, I'm looking at that panel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. 36 viewers. This stream's doing numbers. Yeah, no, this is one of my most popular streams. Probably everyone coming for the JJK news. That's a big deal today. All the JJK stuff. Without play, the knife grows dull. Maybe Hokuzono been paying Delta Room. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that reference. I don't know Delta Room. But all I'm saying, what Yura's locking, or not Yura, Aruha's locking in, bro. Look at it. So he looks over. The former prodigy. His skills were honed in a battle as he constantly evaded death. His sword's original purpose was the skill of living. Surrounded by master warriors at the brink of death, his instincts came flooding back. I feel like this page turns about a... Woo! God damn! God damn! What is this? Aruha's getting that Samura treatment, bro? Holy shit! Holy shit! He puts the sheath in his mouth so he can still use the EI white purity. That's sick. That is sick. And so what's going on here? Cuts Yura, sends Natsuki flying back, and then still it is also able to then get an attack by Hakodu and slash his shoulder. Dude. He still got that dog in him, bro. That's facts, anime. Anime all day TV. He got that dog in him. He's locked in. Literally, Yura's getting, or not, oh my god, not Yura. Aruha is getting that Samura treatment right now. Holy crap. All in one move. All in one move. He cuts Yura, cuts Akodu, sends Natsuki flying back to get saved. This is a good hit against Yura. I don't think this Akodu hit is like significant. That's a serious hit against Yura. Just the blade in the mouth is so that it, because I even said, I'm like, oh, he can't use White Purity style. His hands cut. He can't hold the sheath anymore. Hilt in the mouth is so sick. Like, are you freaking kidding me? All in one move. Here for Bocce, not JJK. Facts. Dude, Bocce's the best. We need more Bocce viewers because this is peak. Is peak. Same with Ryan Tibbetts. Not here for JJK. I was looking for more Bocce readers. Bro, we are here. Bocce is peak. Samura one-shot Aruha, by the way. And if Aruha is stronger than Yura, that makes Samura one-shots everyone here. Oh, I've been saying that. I'm like, Samura versus Yura, not even close. The Samura, no, I've been on the Samura hype train all day. Bocce's doing numbers on its own. It makes me feel happy. I feel like all the villains are too weak. Well, that's why I think Samura has to die, unfortunately. Well, and also, especially because if you consider current Samura one-shot Aruha using his base sword, using a normal sword. That was not with his enchanted blade. Right? That was his normal sword he one-shot Aruha with. Right? And again, now Aruha has his sorcery. It's unclear if he's using his sorcery. We don't really know what his sorcery is. We know the name of it, but we don't know like what it actually does. How much it like there's no indication that he's using it, like, because the only indication we've seen is when he has like the red around his eyes, but he really doesn't. Those are just his eyebrows and his hair. Like he looks like he's just not even using his sorcery right now. So yeah, Samura in base cut and killed essentially Aruha. Now Samura has his sword, right? He has crow teleportation. He has owl sensory abilities. He has Suzaku healing, which he can also use on offense to amp his attacks. And he can just see now. Samura pulls up, this raid is over. That's why Samura and Chihiro haven't shown up, because as soon as they do, it's over. The only person who can give Samura a hard time is going to be the Sword Saint. That's the only person. That's the only person. The villains being weak is exciting. It's 16 that put their lives on the line just as much. I feel like they have such ragtag wildcards they have to rely on plans, not powers. No, that's true. It does seem like what the whole point of the very beginning of this arc is that they're in a deadlock. They're in a deadlock. That's the whole point. Is like the top fighters of the Hishaku and the top fighters of the Kaminabi, like they sort of equal each other out. The only reason they were truly in a deadlock is because Samura was on his own. It was a 3-way deadlock between Samura, one fucking dude, and then the entire government, and then the Hishaku. Now that Samura's with the Kaminabi again, we have the advantage for sure, 100%. Oh my god, everyone, we got so many chats. Okay, thinking of the time skip after Samura dies, dude. I don't even know. I can't even I can't predict what's going to happen in the next chapter, let alone all that far away. Wonder how this new reawakened Aruha would fare now. I know, especially if he used his sorcery. Pretty sure Sword Saint. Oh, OP Sensei, I'm late. No worries, man. You may have missed the One Piece, but we're in Kagurabachi. Pretty sure Sword Saint is meant to be the ultimate big bad. Doesn't matter how strong the Shaku are. Yeah, it's sort of like a Madara and the Akatsuki situation, I think. It's funny but true. The raid is over. They pull up. True. I think the last villain will be Yura. I don't know. It could either be Yura. It could be Yura with the whoever's going to be the final villains. They're going to be using the Shinichi. So it's either going to be the Sword Saint or Yura with the Shinichi. Aruha was a big wrench in the Shaku's plans. Feel like they would have been really close to the Shinichi or the Sword Saint by now without him. We don't know what the other 4 are doing right now. Bald Shaku, Fem Shaku, Worst Genist, and Lucas Shaku. Like, we have no idea what they're doing. They probably already are at the Sword Saint. I'm not going to lie. I think the Sword Saint is going to get out one way or another. Yeah, at some point. It might not happen right now, but I feel like it might. Because that's the only way we lose here, is if the Sword Saint gets out. And right now, it looks like we're doing pretty good. Remember that all this is happening at the same time with the hotel fight? Remember, they invaded HQ just as the owl disappeared? Hokuzono plays with the time a lot. Yeah, true. This is happening as Samura and Chihiro are fighting. Shirikai also destroyed Ibuki Misaka's, who's relative to Samura. No way Uts isn't top 3 in the verse. If he was here, the Shaku would have been cooked. Oh, he is. He's old now, but like prime. He's like one of the he's sort of like Whitebeard, you know, like prime Whitebeard is like top 3, but it's just now that he's old, he's still probably a beast, but they used to this many chatters. No, me neither. I'm struggling to keep up with chat. Natsuki is older than Aruha. Yeah, he is. Only by a few years. Feels like a One Piece stream with so many people. I know. I mean, Yura has the black eyes. That just is like a Sword Saint, remember? I don't know what the connection between them is. All right, we got to see what the next... Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Dude! How does he... The aura! Oh my god! Oh my god! How does he do this every week? I don't understand. How does he do this every week? This is a weekly. What the fuck? Have you guys seen the thing? Because Hokuzono, he did the interview a few weeks ago where he says he storyboards the chapter like for like 6 days. And then the final day he does like the actual art. Like he drew this shit in 24 hours. How the fuck do you do that? Sorry for swearing. I'm losing my mind. Holy crap. Absolute cinema. Everyone who was saying this section of the arc was boring, he can eat a crow. He did this in 24 hours. He did this in 24 hours. He did this whole thing in 24 hours. He storyboarded it out beforehand, but the actual like art and the fine details, he did it in 24 hours. I love this. Like, everyone was always saying, like, the biggest complaint you have for Kagurabachi is the lack of side characters. And right now, we're getting what is one of the best fights in the whole goddamn series with all characters who were introduced, like, all side characters. These two, Hakodu and Natsuki, were introduced like 4 chapters ago. And this is one of the best fights in the series. The 2v2 is amazing. Hokuzono is another breed. Like Chihiro with a white purity style. Yeah, he learned this shit in one day. This is a fight straight out of JJK or Sakamoto days. Hokuzono has really improved his moment-to-moment action scenes. Last time we saw something like this was the Cloud Gadger squad versus Sojo. 100%. When you have all these moving parts, this was a 10 out of 10 chapter. Nothing against One Piece, but this is what I mean when you say a 10 out of 10. And I love it. This page is like, this is all just aura. There's no, like, all we get is Hakodu, like, laughing. He's like, oh, you know, Hakodu has my reaction is, he's like, oh, crap. Hakodu is loving this. Yura's like, oh, this is so much more of a pain in the ass than I thought it was going to be. He's like, oh, great. Natsuki's like, Like Natsuki's in shock. He's like, what just whoa. Aruha is still locked in. I love this. I love this so much. It's peak. It's peak. He's in the flow state right now. This is the best. This is like the second best fight in the series. 12-second battle is first. No longer relevant is third. Dude, I can't even. There's so much peak. It's too much peak. I can't even like rank them right now. I'm just overloaded. This chapter. I don't even have words. This has all been in one chapter. Like what? I truly love Kagurabachi. I can't believe this is all one chapter. We get the bickering and everything. This is great. I love it. I loved Okodu just going through and being like, "Yep, this is like everything. Like this is what we're doing. This is who I am. I've long dreamed of fighting you with my whole body and spirit. I'm the one who killed your brother. The man next to me is our leader. He's irreplaceable. If he were to die, it'd be really bad. Like it's just like what? What? I liked Hirohiko versus Chihiro's second fight better than Sojo's. The one in the hotel. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hirohiko, they got some good fights, but those Sojo fight. I don't know, man. Imagine if Hokozona had been a peer of the big three in their age. Dude, Kagurabachi is just legendary. I don't understand how he's able to do this every week. Yes, the hotel fight. I mean, if you're talking like the three-way fight with Samura, Chihiro, and Hirohiko, I could see that. Just like the Chihiro and Hirohiko fight where they like are in the elevator and they pop out and they do the white purity and like Chihiro defeats Hirohiko. Not really. That doesn't live up to Sojo for me. But that whole thing, yeah. That one rocks, but Chihiro not caring about Hirohiko means it can't be over. How good the writing of the Sojo fight was, in my opinion. Yeah, true. No, the Sojo fight was just kind of low-key perfection. Same with the Chihiro versus Samura fight. Those have been the two highlights for me. The Chihiro versus Samura and the Sojo fight. Wasn't a finale to that battle. I know. Yeah, we're going to get another Hirohiko versus Chihiro fight for sure. I mean, otherwise they would have just killed him. Like it would have had Samura kill him off. There's no reason otherwise. And oh man, just the like this where he just cuts his hand off and where everyone's like, what? Cut to, and then Natsuki jumps over, clashes with both of them, lightning blast them all to the next room. Now we're in the next room. Now we're going to switch off opponents. Now Natsuki's going to fight Yura. Aruha is going to fight Okodu, right? Okodu sidesteps, strategizes around him, then cuts his fingers, which is like a smart because now he can't use white purity. Then they stumble together. Yura tries again. Ruha ducks. And now they swap opponents again. Natsuki goes in again to Kodu, throws his sword at him to distract him, then goes to the side and cuts him. Runs around, hits him off a ledge, jumps down, ready to attack. Yura, oh my god, it's just the way the 2v2 is working, man. 0-4 incoming. 0-4 incoming. Yep, that's true. The fact that Hirohiko's alive means he's destined to get another L. MC won't lose in the end after all. Not to someone like Hirohiko. No. That's why I'm like, I really don't know where they're going with that. So it's like, I'm sure he's going to do something really interesting. I really don't know. I really don't know. I think Hirohiko is a type of character who will. I think he's going to outlast the Hishaku as an organization, right? Because obviously, at some point, the Hishaku is going to get defeated. They're the villains. I think Hirohiko will be like he's going to outlast them. Hirohiko seems like a long stay. He's a semi like. He is a semi replacement for Sojo in the way that like Sojo is Chihiro's foil. Hirohiko's also like kind of like, you know what I mean? Like a long-term rivalry. That's how I see it. So I think Hirohiko's going to be around to stay, but he's not going to be the final villain or nothing. No. JJK season 3 is going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait to see all that stuff animated. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. I called it. I said, so I didn't actually call. I said it was going to be I said in November, December of 25. So January 26, I don't mind. What if Hirohiko kills Samura this arc? That would go crazy. I'm not going to lie. I would not like that. I think if Samura were to die to Hirohiko, that would be pretty... I don't see the point in that. If Samura died to the Sword Saint, I'd see the point in that. Also, it would come out of nowhere because Hirohiko was... Like, he tried to kill Samura, was unable to. Like, if he just came back after being nearly killed by him, it would make sense that he would, like, become that strong. You know what I mean? So, if Samura died from a Sword Saint, that makes sense. It could be a good sacrifice. But to Hirohiko would be, I don't know. That doesn't fit. That's why that one chapter where, like, you think Samura gets killed by those fodder people that Hirohiko's controlling, I was like, no. And then you get to the end of the chapter and he pulls out Suzaki. That's why that was so hype for me, because I'm like, no, he can't die like this. It's bullshit if he dies like this. That'd be terrible if he died like that. But then he comes back with Suzaku. It's amazing. Samura ain't dying to Hirohiko. He's going to die by the Sword Saint hands. Suzaku is the opposite of malediction. Cannot be a coincidence. He will give his life countering the second Sorry, that's good. That's good. That's a bar, dude. Holy crap. You're right. That's it. I love that. That's my new theory. I'm stealing that from you. I'm stealing that. I don't think Hirohiko's coming back until an arc or two from now. Yeah, he's not going to be in this arc at all. He'll be in the next one, maybe the one after that. I mean, with his third ability, all that he didn't use. True, but like, then why didn't he use it then? I don't know. I'm not disagreeing. Like, I guess I am disagreeing with you, but like, I don't know. I think it would be better if it was. I like Hirohiko and all, but I don't think he should get the Samura kill. Should he get another significant character kill? Yeah, I agree with that idea. I just think for Samura that doesn't make sense. Really, I don't know who he would kill now that I think about it, but I don't think Samura makes sense for Hirohiko to kill at all. That's a good schedule. Mappa giving the animators actual time. I know. Well, that's why I'm actually kind of excited. They're splitting it up into part 1 and part 2, just like they did season 2, where you get like the 5 episodes of hidden inventory, and then you get the full Shibuya incident. They're going to do the same thing for the perfect preparation arc, basically leading up until the beginning of the Culling game. This is what I'm theorizing, and then they end like on chapter 167 or whatever when they actually enter the Culling game. They're going to end there. And that way, season 3, part 2 will just be the full Culling game. But we'll see. But man, Kagurabachi, chapter after chapter, and I knew it. I didn't know what was coming. I knew something was coming. When you see this panel, he's got like the glowing eye. His instincts came flooding back, and then whoa, that panel's crazy. We'll go crazy because Chihiro would finally look at Hirohiko like he always wanted. I think if Hirohiko killed... Yeah, you're right. I get that makes sense. But I think there's a better way for Hirohiko to do that. I think if Hirohiko maybe killed one of the other sword bearers. I'm just saying, with the way that Samura's been written, getting killed by Hirohiko, who's just like some random dude to Samura's story, doesn't make sense just the way he's been written. If Hirohiko kills Sushi Guy or the female sword bearer, maybe it could be better. Or if Hirohiko kills like Azami, or like it's just for Samura's character getting killed by Hirohiko doesn't make sense to me. That would be very unsatisfying. Like Samura has to die by the sword saint, and actually I really like Hari's theory that he will die stopping the malediction. Like he'll use up too much of his power doing that Suzaku and kill himself that way. Kill Shiba. Yeah, see, honestly, I wouldn't even mind. Yeah, that something like that would be better than him killing Samura. Just the way Samura's character's been written, right? Like that would be a bad way for him to go out. Chapter 100, something big will happen. Either Samura dies, or the Sword Saint is released and he gets the Shinichi, or we get the second malediction in the middle of Tokyo. Not a single bad chapter. I like that. Chapter 100, something significant happen. I think it's going to be Sword Saint is more likely. Or maybe we just get both. Exactly what... Well, Hari, that was your theory. That Samura will die stopping the second malediction. So maybe that's... that. Maybe both of those will come true. Not a single bad chapter. Hirohiko versus Azami. Deception versus straightforwardness. Yeah, because if you kill Azami, like Chihiro will... Like that's... You get the same effect. You get... Chihiro will respect... Not respect you. Acknowledge him. You know what I mean? You do get that effect from it, so I can see that working. And then, oh man, this last page kind of just going crazy, dude. That last page is nuts. Absolute cinema. This is one of the hypest 2v2s I've ever seen. I can't even think of another good example of like a great 2v2 that I've seen. Like that, like. That even compare. That's not like just some brief thing. Like I'm really trying to think now. I don't know. It is awesome. Samura's only allowed to die if Iori's there to watch. True. And Iori isn't coming. Shoot. Yeah, maybe she won't die from the sword. He won't. I don't know. Hirohiko kills Char. No. That's wild. No. Hari, you're banned, bro. You're banned. Don't come back here. Don't come back here. That's diabolical. That is a diabolical idea. Hirohiko is not killing Char, bro. That's terrible. That's so bad. That's so bad. Let's see what the Twitter people are saying. Yeah, everyone is just... Oh man, this panel is... I can't. This final panel is the way they all look at each other. So good. Like I don't understand. I respect your feats with the enchanted blade in the Seitei War. Okay, no, what? What is this? They're already editing it, bro. I don't know if you saw, but next week is a break bonus chapter, like the Sojo bath one. I know. We're going to get bath time adventures again. I can't handle it. Especially after this cliffhanger. Everyone locked in. Hokoto is having the time of his life. Yeah, that's what I love. It's like they're all just like aura farming to the max. That Koto's like, yeah, there we go. You know, he's loving it. He's laughing. Like I said, like Aruha locked in. Natsuki, like, shocked. Like, he's like, what just happened? But Kodu's like, oh, there we go. Like, he's loving it. And Yura's just so over it. He's like, oh man, I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing this. The crazy part is none of these four are likely dying here. If Akodo is not lying about killing Konoshige, he has to face Chihiro. Facts. Yura just came back. Yeah, he's not dying. Natsuki just got in. Yura isn't dying either. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to end. I really don't know how this is going to end. Oh my god. So many gay people in that. They're not gay, probably women. So many people like just getting all sexual with it, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Oral Walk of Doom is crazy. Yura is not enjoying it. Yeah, he just does not want to be there at all. He's like, oh god, why does this have to happen? Why does Aruha have to be back? Right now, he is so mad at Hirohiko. That's who he's mad at because he's like, Hirohiko's supposed to handle this guy. Like, fuck, like what the hell? Not him. I don't even know why I said that. That doesn't make any sense. Well, he's mad at Samura for not killing him. And so then I guess, yeah, he hasn't even found out that Hirohiko failed yet. So he's going to be even more pissed. Natsuki is probably salty that Aruha got in the back in the groove that fast. Oh, yeah, true. He's probably like, oh, great. Kodo's so funny. He's the one that did it, and now he's sweating over it. Yeah. He's like, he like pissed him off, and now he's missing a hand, and he's still loving it. Like he's not even. Ooh, the pet. That's a good catch. That's a good catch. I like that. That's interesting. Did you take your meds, Jay? I don't know. I thought I was going somewhere with that one. It just didn't work. Damn, for real though. Without Aruha, they would probably be close to the Shinichi. They would probably killed Kiri and Hakuri. He's been hampering them big time. Yeah, no, exactly. Because Natsuki didn't pull up till way later. So Kiri would have been fighting Yura 1v1. That ain't ending well. Plus the one chick, with the sword, with the knives attached to her hands. Like she would have been fighting both of them, and it would not have ended well. So this moment had me actually geeked. Natsuki is one of the ones, dude. Oh my god. Unbelievable. I know. Pre-break week. Oh no. Oh, and that's it? Or no, there's, as I said, did I already scroll through all the people who already talked about it? I love Hakoda. I know. So it's funny how you asked, who was it? I think it was Ultra G asked me who my favorite Hishaku member was, and I was like, I think it might be Akodo. After this chapter, it's 100% Akodo. He is he is right. He's I think he's above Hirohiko for me right now. And Ruha got a buff being locked in. Yeah. I think he's fine with Hiko failing as long as it distracted Samura enough for Owl to go away. Yeah, but he's not going to be when Samura pulls back up. With Vision and Chihiro. And maybe the Mazumi too. I think it's probably just going to be Chihiro and Samura. But whenever they pull up, it's going to be over. So that's what I think is going to happen is they're going to both pull up here. Hakodu and Yura are going to retreat, and then whatever goes on with the sword scene is going to happen because the other three Hishaku are going to be like on top of that, and they're going to have already handled the situation by the time they got there. So they'll free the sword saint, but I also think Akuri is still going to seal the Shinichi. So that's what I think is going to happen. That way it's not like a total loss, but now we have the sword saint is free doing shit, like he's on the loose. I don't know. I really don't know. But you know what? I think it's going to be a pain invasion situation. They're going to pull up into a big crater. Ooh, maybe. Like the whole thing is just maledictioned out. And they pull up and they look around. It's just the whole city's in malediction. That would be pretty nuts. Too many aura farmers on screen. I know. You think Yura will be ready by Samura via the Sword Saint stuff? I think, well, so yeah, Yura on his own does not stand a chance against Samura. Like, not even close. He's struggling with Aruha right now. Samura is like, it's over. There's no way. And not to downplay Aruha. Like, honestly, I think at this point, what Aruha was doing right here, the move that Aruha just pulled, this shit, like, that puts him over base Samura for sure. He's not like as weak as he was when Samura one-shot him. Like, this Aruha ain't getting one-shotted by Samura, right? But still, I think the gap between Samura and these guys is just too big. So with Sword Saint, it depends on what you like. It depends on what's going on with Yura in the Sword Saint. Like, is Yura like a puppet of the Sword Saint? Can he use the power of the sword? Like, does he have an attachment to the power? Or is Yura just going to free the Sword Saint? And then in that case, yeah, I think 1v1, Summoner versus the Sword Saint, he's losing. You know, so it depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you look at it. Well, I want to thank all of you for being here. This is a very fun stream, but I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I got business to take care of today. We got live for an hour and a half, which is a little longer than I normally go here. So shout out to all you in the chat. We have 40 viewers. Never had that before. That was awesome. Willa Bald, as always. Shout out to Hari. Shout out Ryan Tibbetts, who is new here, I think. I don't think I remember seeing you here before. Same with Ultra GH. We had Crimson was here earlier. Yes, Crimson was here. Who else was here? Oh, Dens was here. MA All Day TV. Alphobi. OP Sensei. Shout out all you guys in the chat with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support I'm getting. This is awesome. This is biggest stream I've ever had. So yeah, I'm gonna have hope you guys all have a good weekend. Thank you, Ryan Tibbetts. I guess we'll be back next week. We can all enjoy Sojo Bath Time Adventures together. We're probably not gonna get as many viewers for Sojo Bath Time Adventures, but if you guys want to come join me, I'll be here. I try to go every week at 11:30. I'm gonna say like 11 a.m. Eastern time, but whenever the chapters drop on Shonen Jump is when I go live, and I like to react to them after that. So whatever time that is for you, that's when I'm live. We'll have Bad Time Adventures. I don't know if One Piece is on break. If One Piece isn't on, if we get a One Piece chapter next week, then I'll also be reacting to One Piece. Let me look. Oh yeah. Shonen Jump says, yeah, next chapter coming in 7 days. So we'll be back next week for One Piece 1159, Sojo Bath Time Adventures, and whatever else there is. All right. Thanks, everyone. I'll catch you later. Peace.